There we
Hi
are.
there, Michelle with CL Spiritual Foundation, inspiring interviews, and we're at Desert Campout today, and I have an amazing musician who plays kirtan like you can't believe. He moves the hearts of many with his toning and his voice and his love, and I definitely would love for you to meet my new friend here.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I go by Rasa Dasa.
Is that dark? It got dark.
I go by Rasa Dasa. So what happened? There it is. Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay, so I go by Rasa Dasa. Basically, I'm a music lover. I do kirtan, but I try to mix it with a little reggae and a little bit of hip hop. And basically, it's just all about conscious music. I love love. I'm in love with love, so I try to create music that is loving.
There it is.
Yeah.
So, what got you into a place in your life that you would want to even do this when you come and play at these festivals like this?
Yes, great question. So I met Govind Das from LA, because I'm from LA, and Govind Das does a lot of trainings. He does a lot of kirtan trainings.
Okay.
So I worked with him for a while. I did a few, maybe several of his workshops, and also currently doing, or just finished a Chalisa workshop. The Hanuman Chalisa is very popular. So being in the midst of other people who are doing that, what happens is it generates a lot of energy, a lot of bhav, and the devotion kind of carries me through. So it spills over into different areas of my life. So it's definitely spilling over to music. And for me, I'd much rather do music with a purpose that is to uplift others than just do music, just for the fun of doing music.
Yeah, yeah. And thank you for adding that to my sound bath this morning. That was so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
So
Yeah.
beautiful.
So she gave me the opportunity to do a little bit of chanting with her sound bath, which is really nice. The sound bath was very, very powerful, very soothing.
Yeah.
Great. I mean, you have a lot of love energy.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I feel like that's the healing element in it. That
For sure.
healing is really the application. That loving is what heals us. So it's great to experience it however many ways you can. And so I'm excited to hear that there are people out there that do trainings for kirtan. I really didn't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I was invited to sing on stage last night, actually.
Cool.
And I was like, I can't sing. And they're like, oh, it's okay. You don't have to sing. I'm like, oh no, like I'm not about to get up there. Just, but it would be cool to take it like a training.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
So he's been doing this for a while, so he's able to actually do group training where everybody gets what they need, even if they're a total beginner, don't know how to play a harmonium. So he will teach you, and he does it in a group setting where you can actually, the camera's on his hand, so you can see his fingers when they move, and he does this little trick with the keys of the keyboard.
Okay.
And some people don't even have a harmonium. They just bring up a cardboard thing that looks like a keyboard, and they just, get used to moving the fingers on the keys. So he'll have you mark the keys. So even for like a complete beginner, you're going to get experience in playing a kirtan and also singing.
And for those that don't even know what kirtan is, can you kind of explain just what does that word mean? What is Sanskrit?
Yeah, so
how is Sanskrit? When was Sanskrit?
So kirtan is a blessed expression of using music to praise the Most High, praise your higher self, your inner self, God, praise love, praise the light, praise the source, Krishna, Jesus, Allah, Buddha. It's a universal language, and it's not necessarily owned by any religion. So it's really more of an expression of. It's a universal expression, so I know there's people who sing and play kirtan in other cultures. I've done kirtan in Africa, which is very different.
Oh yeah?
Which is very rhythmic centered. Everything's based around the drum. Yeah, it's based around the drum. There is melody, but the drum is the key element in a lot of dancing. So it's
nice.
Each culture has its own way, depending on what the culture needs.
My dad has African congas, a set of white ones,
yeah.
And then he has a pair of like wood brown ones for Cuban.
Wow.
For Cuban.
Wow.
But they're both fun to play at parties, So yeah, I wanted to get them to understand. What can you share about Sanskrit and its vibration and when it was formed?
Okay, so Sanskrit is a language that it wasn't written originally, thousands of years old, ancient, probably predates most of the languages that we know, most of the modern languages.
I think I was told it's like the first.
Yeah, which very well could be. And there's a sense, many of the words in Sanskrit don't necessarily relate well to our language or other languages, because many of them are based around a concept of a relationship with divinity. So some of these words we just simply don't exist for us. But
so there's no way to exact what it means for you to feel it.
And the most important thing that I discovered was there can be a real simplicity about chanting and about kirtan. A real simplicity. It can be as simple as settle in, chant or sing kirtan and feel the energy. You can literally feel a sense of peace, sense of sweetness, and a lot of people feel that right away. Some people it takes a minute, but I find that as people do it more and more, I see a lot more smiles.
Yeah.
People engage more. There's more of an openness that happens. Part of it is the community singing as one, but a big part of it is also the power in the Sanskrit words, which have a tremendous amount of energy. So when we chant or repeat these words that are just infused with divine energy, what happens is we begin to transform ourselves little by little. And so we give ourselves a new identity. And it's an identity that's not based on the mind, but it's more based on something beyond the physical. But it's an energy of what I would call unconditional love. Or maybe joy or peace. But it's a true energy. It's who we truly are. And usually the mind, we live in a very busy world, so a lot of times we don't even have the time or the space to feel who we truly are as human beings, or even as divine beings. So I think Sanskrit slows us down.
Nice.
Slows the mind down a little bit. And allows us, even for a moment, to feel something that's a little supernatural. It's a great feeling, though. It's a feeling that very difficult to get in this real busy world.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, I loved when you took a pause to invite people to feel the smile within them, and then allow that smile to emanate out and take it with us through the day.
Beautiful.
Yeah, no, that was your words. Thank you, Leslie. It really was beautifully right. And that's just, I think that's ultimately pretty key. And it's easy to do with those kind of chants.
Yeah, and I think you just hit it on the head. It is like, if you can think of the inner smile, like you can feel an inner smile. We can feel it within ourselves, but you can literally talk to somebody on the phone. And you can feel their inner smile. So it's a sense of just welcoming, a sense of love, a sense of inclusivity that a lot of, let's face it, a lot of what goes on in the physical realm, you don't always feel that. You don't always feel like fully included. You don't always feel like, hey, this is my home. Most of the time we're looking for a home. We're looking for a way that we feel satisfied in a group of people, but we don't feel like we're kind of left out. And the interesting thing about kirtan is every kirtan I've ever attended, without exception, has always given me a sense that I belong. And it's very, very
nice.
potent.
Yeah, there's a lot of loving and hugging and just all inclusiveness, which is really beautiful.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know, did you play music when you were little? Were you a kid that whoa, Dad, I want to play the guitar, I want to play this?
That's funny. I was very rhythmic centric. I'm half Cuban, as yourself, which I just discovered.
Yeah,
she's also half Cuban. Go figure. And I've always been rhythmic centric in the way I listen to music, a little kind of differently than a lot of my friends. I always listen to the rhythm first. Always focused on the rhythm and drawn to rhythm. So that's when I got into African drumming and dance, and that became my vocation for a while. a lot of fulfillment, a lot of healing energy in the drum. Drums are so powerful. They're underrated. It's underrated. Even tribal drums.